Lamborghini. The name alone roars like a V12 down a midnight highway, pure passion, power, and unapologetic presence. For decades, this Italian icon has built machines that defy convention and ignite the senses. But what happens when the brand that gave us low-slung, track-focused missiles like the Aventador decides to step into the world of SUVs and crafts a monster like the Urus? You get a collision of worlds. And today, we're bringing them face to face in the ultimate test, a head-to-head track battle between two raging bulls born from the same bloodline but raised with very different intentions. On one side, the Lamborghini Aventador, an automotive statement carved in carbon fiber and thunder. On the other, the Urus, the world's first true super SUV, marrying brute size with shocking speed. This isn't just a comparison. It's a clash of philosophy. A showdown between raw supercar precision and versatile, high-riding aggression. Two wildly different interpretations of what it means to be fast, fearless, and unmistakably Lamborghini. Let's start with the Aventador. It's the crown jewel of Lamborghini's V12 lineage, a mid-engine marvel that doesn't just perform, it dominates. Its naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 is an endangered species in today's turbocharged jungle, and it howls with a fury that reminds you why purists still worship displacement and revs. With 730 horsepower rocketing it from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, the Aventador isn't here to play nice. It's wide, low, aggressive, and sharp in every sense of the word, from aerodynamics to throttle response. It's the kind of machine that demands respect before you even sit behind the wheel. Designed for the track but legal on the street, the Aventador is the last of a dying breed, one that cares little for practicality and everything for presence. Then there's the Urus, a completely different beast, yet undeniably Lamborghini. It's easy to forget that under the muscular SUV shell lies a twin-turbocharged V8 pushing out a staggering 657 horsepower. Paired with advanced all-wheel drive systems, torque vectoring, and rear-wheel steering, the Urus defies physics with its agility. It may weigh over 2 tons, but it moves like a sports car half its size. This isn't just an SUV with a badge slapped on, it's a recalibration of what an SUV can be. It blends comfort, space, and luxury with jaw-dropping speed. The Urus is the vehicle you take to the track on Sunday and the mountains on Monday. It's Lamborghini's answer to a question no one asked. What if you could have Aventador-like excitement but still bring the kids and luggage along? But don't let the practicality fool you. The Urus is a monster in its own right. It launches off the line with brutal ferocity, and thanks to its sophisticated electronics and traction control, it can dance through corners more gracefully than it has any right to. It's the underdog in this matchup, but not by much. Lamborghini engineered the Urus with one goal in mind: defy expectations. And that's exactly what it's done since its debut. So now, the stage is set. The Aventador, with its low-slung profile, lightweight build, and naturally aspirated glory, faces off against the turbocharged titan that is the Urus. Both are Lamborghini to the core, but they speak very different dialects of speed. The question is, which one speaks it louder on the track? Which one delivers the ultimate adrenaline hit when the apex comes rushing in and there's no room for error? Today, we're not just comparing 0 to 60 times in horsepower figures. We're diving deep into how these cars behave at the limit. How they grip, how they brake, how they carry speed through corners, and how they make you feel behind the wheel. Because Lamborghini has never been just about numbers. It's about emotion. About creating machines that stir the soul as much as they shred the tarmac. In this head-to-head, we'll push both cars to their limits. Watch as the Aventador carves through tight corners with razor-sharp precision, its V12 screaming in protest as it dances across the red line. Then see the Urus thunder down the straights, bullying the track into submission with torque and traction to spare. It's a story of finesse versus force, elegance versus muscle. And it's all happening on the same circuit, under the same conditions, with one goal: to find out which Lambo truly wears the crown when the gloves come off and performance becomes personal. But here's the twist: this isn't a one-dimensional test. Speed alone doesn't win battles anymore. The world has changed. and so has the definition of a supercar. In a time when practicality matters, when daily usability is no longer optional, and when versatility can elevate a car's appeal just as much as lap times, the Urus suddenly becomes more than just a sideshow. It becomes a genuine threat to its supercar sibling. And that's what makes this comparison so electrifying. So buckle up. This isn't just a showdown between two Lamborghinis, it's a showdown between two eras. The Aventador, the poster child of old-school speed, and the Urus, the embodiment of new-school dominance. Whether you're a die-hard purist who lives for redline screams or a modern enthusiast who craves power with purpose, this battle will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about what makes a Lamborghini supreme. Who wins? Who reigns supreme? Stay with us as we pit V12 fire against V8 fury, carbon fiber dreams against SUV brawn, and let the track decide which Lamborghini comes out on top. There's something almost mythic about the Lamborghini Aventador. It's not just a car, it's a declaration of everything a true supercar should be. At the heart of this mechanical beast lies a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine, an engineering marvel that sings the most intoxicating symphony in the automotive world. With no turbos to muffle the music, the Aventador's engine note rises from a low snarl to an earth-shaking roar that can only be described as primal. This isn't just sound, it's fury. When you press the accelerator, it responds like a coiled beast unleashed. 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds? That's not acceleration, it's teleportation. The power comes in waves, building and building as the revs climb, pushing your body back into the sculpted carbon fiber seat like you've just been punched by the future. But raw speed is only part of the Aventador's legend. The car is sculpted for performance. Every vent, fin, and crease exists for a reason. Its low stance, wide track, and aggressive aerodynamic profile make it look like it's moving even when parked. On the track, that design translates to razor-sharp handling. The Aventador doesn't float through corners, it slices. With a pushrod suspension borrowed from Formula One, rear-wheel steering that tightens its line like a ballet dancer mid-spin, and carbon ceramic brakes that feel like hitting a wall made of physics, this car delivers surgical precision. The steering is direct and honest. The grip is immense. You don't drive the Aventador as much as you strap it on and become part of it. And behind all of this engineering brilliance is a story, one of Lamborghini's most iconic. The Aventador was never meant to just be fast. It was meant to be a legacy piece. Launched in 2011, it carried the torch passed down from the Countach, Diablo, and Murcielago, Lamborghini's holy V12 lineage. It was the brand's last naturally aspirated V12 without hybrid interference, a monument to purist performance. Every line on its body, every thunderous scream from its exhaust, whispers one thing: this is the end of an era, and it's going out in a blaze of glory. But while the Aventador rules the supercar kingdom with old-school flair, the Urus enters the ring as a new breed entirely. When Lamborghini first announced they were building an SUV, purists balked. Could a brand known for crafting exotic, low-slung speed machines really pull off a high-riding luxury truck? What arrived was not just an SUV, it was a revolution. The Urus took the DNA of a supercar and infused it into something bigger, bolder, and far more practical. It wasn't just good, it redefined the category. Under the hood of the Urus roars a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8, spitting out 657 horsepower with brutal efficiency. It doesn't scream like the V12, it growls, low and guttural, like a beast stalking its prey. But when it moves, it's shockingly quick, 0 to 60 in around 3.3 seconds. That's hypercar territory. And it does this while offering comfortable seating for 5, a cavernous trunk, and ride height tall enough to look down on most traffic. But don't think the Urus is just a fast grocery getter. Thanks to Lamborghini's advanced all-wheel drive system and torque vectoring, it handles like no SUV has a right to. It attacks corners with a surprising flatness, grips with a tenacity that rivals sports sedans, and thanks to rear-wheel steering, can pivot through switchbacks like a car half its size. What truly sets the Urus apart, though, is its duality. Take it off-road, and it doesn't flinch. Snow, sand, gravel, Lamborghini has programmed driving modes for them all. It's one of the few vehicles that feels just as comfortable tearing up a racetrack as it does climbing a dirt hill in the Alps. And yet, it's wrapped in luxury, with a tech-laden cabin, leather everywhere, and enough presence to silence any parking lot. The Urus isn't just a Lamborghini SUV, it's a new definition of what it means to be a performance machine in the 21st century. And now it's time. The engines are hot, the tires sticky, and the track is calling. The Aventador and Urus line up side by side, their silhouettes cutting through the heat haze rising from the tarmac. It's the drag race we've all been waiting for, V12 versus V8, low-slung exotic versus high-riding super truck. As the lights count down, there's a brief moment of silence. Then, launch. The Aventador rockets off the line with the fury of 1,000 horses. Its all-wheel drive system bites instantly, delivering savage acceleration as the V12 howls in defiance. It's gone like a bullet, every gear shift hitting like a hammer as it devours the asphalt. But the Urus isn't sleeping. Its twin-turbo torque hits early and hard, catapulting it forward with a force that feels impossible for something so large. It digs in, claws at the pavement, and closes the gap with relentless determination. As the cars streak down the straight, the Aventador edges ahead, its lighter weight and aerodynamic form granting it the advantage at high speeds. It hits 100, 120, 150 miles per hour, still pulling, still flying. But the Urus never falls far behind. By the time both cross the finish line, the Aventador claims the win, but just barely. The slow-motion replays reveal the drama, the squid of the Aventador's launch, the aggressive torque distribution of the Urus, the microseconds gained and lost with every shift, every traction adjustment. In the aftermath, it's clear, the Aventador is still the king when it comes to raw track speed. But the Urus isn't just playing catch-up. It's redefining what performance means in a world where practicality matters. The Aventador may have won the drag race, but the Urus won something greater, respect. The kind that comes from being unexpectedly brilliant, from shattering expectations, from proving that you don't have to be a traditional supercar to be a Lamborghini. This battle isn't over. It's just getting started. One is a symbol of the past's uncompromising purity, the other a glimpse into a future where performance wears many forms. And on this day, on this track, both earn their place in the pantheon of Italian speed gods. The Aventador, with its legacy carved into every curve. The Urus, with its future-ready fire. And both, undeniably, pure Lamborghini. So, after the tire smoke has settled and the echoes of V12 and V8 growls have faded into the distance, it's time to answer the burning question: who truly reigns supreme in this Lamborghini showdown? On the pure battlefield of speed and agility, the crown still belongs to the Aventador. With its savage acceleration, razor-sharp aerodynamics, and the unmistakable thunder of a naturally aspirated V12, it remains the ultimate expression of Lamborghini's racing heritage. It's not just fast, it's feral. A track weapon honed for domination. In the drag race, it surged ahead with authority, and through corners, it danced with the precision that few machines can match. Every inch of it screams pedigree, purpose, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. It's the gladiator of the supercar coliseum, born for the roar of the crowd and the rush of the race. But let's not for a second underestimate what the Urus has achieved. This isn't a consolation prize. This is respect earned the hard way. The Urus didn't just keep up, it fought with teeth bared. In a world where SUVs are often dismissed as mere utility vehicles, the Urus flips that notion on its head. It blends luxury, family practicality, and all-weather versatility with performance that is simply jaw-dropping. That twin-turbo V8 doesn't just whisper potential, it delivers it. And what's more impressive is how confidently it handles itself in every environment. Snow, gravel, track, or city, there's no terrain it can't conquer, and no driver it won't thrill. It's not just a Lamborghini that seats 5. It's a Lamborghini that dares to be different, without compromising soul or spirit. Personally, driving both back-to-back was nothing short of exhilarating. The Aventador grips your soul with intensity. It challenges you to push harder, go faster, and test your own limits. It's not easy, and that's the point. It's a car that demands respect, but rewards you with an experience unlike anything else. The Urus, on the other hand, is a revelation. It gives you 90% of the thrill with 200% more usability. It's a daily drivable supercar disguised as an SUV, and that's genius. One is a purist dream, the other a modern marvel. Both are authentic expressions of what Lamborghini stands for: boldness, beauty, and a refusal to be ordinary. So, who wins? If your heart beats for the track and you live for every apex, the Aventador is your champion. If your life demands flexibility but you refuse to settle for anything less than blistering performance, the Urus will surprise you every time you press the throttle. In truth, they both win, because they both show that no matter the form, Lamborghini delivers fire-breathing passion in every turn of the wheel. Now, we want to hear from you. Which bull would you tame, Aventador or Urus? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share your dream spec, and let's keep the Lamborghini conversation burning. Because whether you're chasing lap times or luxury, there's one thing we all agree on: Lamborghini doesn't just build cars. It builds legends.